This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
Welcome to Rush of Fear podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando's premier scare event. I'm Michelle, your host for episode 5 of season 5. And tonight, Kenneth, Maddy, and I will be getting you guys prepped for HHN with some expert tips from our special guest, Nicole at Portkey Vacations. So now let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
Well, tonight before we get started, we want to make sure that you guys remember all of our little housekeeping items that we have at the top of our show. So make sure you join the Rush of Fear Society. You can follow the link in our bio here on the episode or in our social media bios as well. You get access to all of our bonus content on our bonus content feed, including movie watch-alongs, unedited episodes, Yap of Fear episodes, merch giveaways, and access to our Society Discord. All of that for just $5 a month, or you can sign up for $50 for the entire year. So just a little bit off.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can also help support the show by picking up some cool podcast merch at tpublic.com. Just search for Rush of Fear Podcast.
All right, now let's get into the episode. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pouring here in Orlando where I am.
Ooh, it must be on its way to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pouring here in South. Well, it was pouring in South Carolina, so it must be like heading down your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good day to like stay snugly inside the house and be lazy, which is kind of what I've been doing all day.
Absolutely.
But we've got somebody new with us today. New to Rush, at least. Probably not new to the network, but new to Rush.
Yes.
So welcome, Nicole.
Hi, everybody. All my spooky besties. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay,
Welcome.
Nicole!
Yay! Nicole is my sister from another mister over at Portkey Vacations. She's fabulous in all things, especially Halloween Horror Nights. And she also helps produce, and you might find some little cameos of her over at the Portkey Passport podcast. But like I said, this is your first time on Rush. So Nicole, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a mom of 3. I have 2 adult children, one who's in high school. My middle child has autism spectrum disorder, and he really is a focus for my travel business, so I can help all special needs families enjoy a good time. While I love all the parks and all seasons, Halloween season is my favorite. I'm an October baby, so it's just meant to be. I was meant to be a Scorpio, so at the end of the day, Halloween is my thing.
Nice.
And what's your history with HHN?
So my first year is the same as Michelle. So 2016, which is kind of crazy since I ended up joining with Portkey and things have turned out the way they have. But yeah, so I'm a late bloomer in HHN years, but I've gone every year since. So
yeah, that's almost 10 years ago now. So
yeah. Right?
You're not really
for pointing that out.
I'm just saying you're not a newcomer anymore.
No.
Oh,
No, yeah, we
You're a
are
vet.
definitely we are experts for sure. Like Nicole's definitely one of the people that I can just sit and talk HHN with. You know, just like who gets it, who knows it, who loves it. So we always have a good time together. But yeah, so along that vein, the spirits are getting a little bit restless and everyone is watching for any signs of life at HHN, which that definitely includes myself. So I don't know about everybody, but I know for me, that means that we jump at anything that comes from the bowels of Universal as such on April 30th. The official X or Twitter, whichever one you want to call it, feed for Halloween Horror Nights posted a teaser. Now I know it was the whole like Justin Timberlake, April 30th, it's going to be May meme thing, but they posted it's going to be May mayhem. And So all of the HHN freaks went crazy, and there's all kinds of stuff stirring about that. I don't know. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw
okay.
the post. Yes.
I love
So how
the
did you
HHN
guys
Twitter.
take that?
I mean,
I took that as just Horror Nights being the usual troll that they are
yeah,
on social
Just being
media.
silly because of the day.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
very
mean,
slick.
so
in
a
their
lot-
maneuvers.
Yes.
that's true.
They are.
But
So-
their May is going to be mayhem because of Epic Universe opening. So like, I feel like all of
That's
True.
all of Universal's
That's true.
property
Another
is going to
angle.
be crazy.
There's another. So, like, all of the rumors that are swirling around that one little tiny tweet are like, does this mean maybe we're getting a Lady Gaga house based on her Mayhem album? How freaking awesome would that be?
That would be pretty cool. They did really well with the Weekend house. So a Lady Gaga house would be pretty
Yep.
interesting.
Yep. So
Yeah.
there's that rumor. Then, of course, there's
I
all
do
of the
like that
sort of,
new
like,
album too.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so good. And then there's like, okay, it's going to be Mayhem. Does that mean it's going to be May? Like, you're going to finally freaking announce something in May? Does it mean that? Like,
Maybe.
Please?
I'm going to say
Something. I don't
probably
know.
June. They most likely want to get the news of Epic
Right.
opening kind of through the news outlets.
The Universal Orlando promotional machine is focused on one thing only until after
Yeah.
Epic opens. So I don't think they're going to be
Yeah.
announcing anything until pretty late in the game for how it usually, rolls out.
You know what would be so funny of
Yeah.
them though is to go back to the way that they used to announce things pre the like social media craze of having things announced over a season is dropping everything on the website unannounced like a week beforehand.
all at once.
Yeah.
that was
just-
like the
just-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
And it was great.
awesome.
I would kind of
I mean,
be
like-
okay with that. I mean, do I miss it? Like, I like the hype and everything. Obviously, we love the hype. But that
Yeah.
would also be kind of fun.
Yeah. Just a
know.
nice little surprise drop. 7 p.m. on
Yeah.
a random Tuesday. Why not?
Hype is building
mean-
around the Orlando area already because, like, I know I still know a lot of people who do Halloween Horror Nights as performers, and so like casting is happening.
Yes.
People are getting
Okay.
emails, so the ball is rolling. They just aren't announcing anything yet. So
Yeah.
people are already getting very excited around here.
That's true. Very
That's good to know.
excited. And like HHN Hollywood, you're able to see because of how HHN Hollywood is built, you're able to see a lot of like the backstage areas just from like the walkways and the escalators. So there's already setup happening in Hollywood. That is for sure, for sure. So it's
Yeah.
coming. They just have to wait. I wonder though if Hollywood
It's
will
coming.
wait for the timeline of HHN Orlando because normally things get announced somewhat together. So I
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
if they'll follow the same announcing timeline just because we're talking about Epic. But they also
Yeah.
have FanFest. So
I don't.
Ooh, by the way, I yesterday made a very irresponsible decision, and I'm going next week to FanFest.
Dude, that's awesome.
Woohoo, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I think we're going to go on the last night of it on the 18th. So,
So what is happening that night? Everything? Like,
do you mean?
is FanFest have all of those things happening every single night?
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Back
Yeah.
to the Future.
Yeah, it's like
So it's
HHN.
not like there's a Back to the Future night. There's a blank night. Like, okay.
No.
no. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where that information came from, but yeah, everything is this. It's the same event every night.
Yeah, it's like layered.
Okay.
The Ordinary Adventures YouTube channel did a really great video on the event, and it just looks so freaking cool. Like, oh my gosh, the Dungeons and Dragons section is sick. The Back to the Future section is sick. I don't know anything about One Piece, so like, it looked cool, but I have no connection to it. It's just such an interesting event, and I wish we could have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the
No, I'm pumped.
space. That's
Back to
so
the Future is
exciting.
the reason we're going. Like, if that wasn't there, I would be like, oh, that seems cool.
Yeah.
But that Back to the Future thing is like, I feel like I have
You
to
have
see
to
this.
go. Oh, Kenneth, that's so
That's
cool.
awesome.
You'll have to take some pictures and like post them on the Rush of Fear account afterwards.
Oh, of course.
Yay.
Wait, so you're going next week? Okay. How long
Yeah.
are you going to go for? Just like a couple nights?
Yeah, well, one night at FanFest and then one day at Disneyland and then coming back.
Oh.
Like literally just going for 2 days and coming back.
Cute. I love that.
Oh, the jet lag. Oh, that's great.
Worth it.
That is awesome. You know what? That's a fuck it, we live in moment, Kenneth. So proud of you.
It very much was, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Love it. We're proud of you. Okay. Well, I, for one, have my fingers crossed that this means that we're going to have a Lady Gaga house. Don't quote me. Please don't book your vacation based on that knowledge because it's just pure hope. But regardless, I just hope we get any news this month. So with that being said, and even if it's not this month and it's next month, it's coming soon. It has to because the event starts in August. That's no
that's
time
true.
at all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot.
It does, right? Like this year, it starts in August. So
That's crazy.
we thought it would be a good time for us to.
hotel.
You need to book what? What is that?
Yeah, we got to book a hotel. I'm muttering under my breath.
Oh,
I have to
hey.
book a hotel for opening weekend.
But that was perfect because that's what this whole damn episode's about.
Oh, what?
So,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Maddy, don't stress. Don't stress because we're here to help.
Rush of Fear has you covered, Maddy.
Which one should I book? Maybe I'll know by the end of this episode.
Yes.
Never fear, Maddy.
We are here to help you, honey. Okay, so
Oh,
yes,
man.
we're going to throw out some tips and advice for people like Maddy who need help with the pre-planning aspect of booking a Halloween Horror Nights vacation. So let's kick it off with some dates. Kenneth, take it away.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of read your part
Okay.
there.
That's fine. So this year the event is going to be running select nights from August 29th to November 2nd. So that's about the same run as last year.
As far as number of nights, right?
Right. Yeah, I think last year it started August 30th.
Yeah, I think so. High in the 40s, 45 days maybe.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know last year was the most days that we've ever had through the event.
Yes.
Yeah. So this year might be a little bit more.
Now, Maddy,
Yes.
you said you need a hotel for opening weekend.
Sure do.
But maybe there are guests who need to decide when is the best time during the event to book their stay.
That's true.
You know, opening weekend, somewhere in the middle, or do you want to be there to see the final night like I am at Universal Fan Fest nights at Hollywood?
Yeah.
Right.
So let's discuss, everyone. What are the pros and cons, the differences between the different trimesters of the season?
The trimesters of HHN. I love that.
That's so
Kenneth
funny.
and Maggie, I think that you guys are mostly the experts on this because you guys really do get to do the event all throughout. I've only ever experienced it opening weekend and then in the middle. I've never done towards the end.
That's fair.
Okay.
Ooh. Well,
So for me, I tend to like the beginning. One, the biggest draw for me in the beginning, obviously, is because I host these podcasts and I feel like I need to go and review the event and be able to talk about it to not just our listeners, but also to my clients. So I tend to gravitate towards the beginning, but for me, the downside is sometimes everybody's not in their groove yet. The characters aren't always perfectly in their groove. The team members in general, maybe the food prep people, it still has to work out some kinks in the beginning, I think. So to me, that's the downside. What about you guys?
Yeah.
that's fair. I feel like I find the beginning to be the busiest because all of the people that purchase the Rush of Fear base ticket that just gives you September, they're all going as much as they can to make the most of their single month ticket. Whereas later on,
And that's a
you
really
have-
good price ticket. So
Yeah. But also the hype of being there at the beginning of the event, before things go on the internet. If I feel if you're a hardcore, I don't want to be spoiled at all. The beginning is going to be your best because it's not going to be all over the place.
I think the beginning, so opening weekend is definitely crazy.
Yeah.
But then like the next few weeks after that are not super busy. So
really?
if you're trying to avoid crowds, like weekends 2, 3, and 4 are pretty good, especially if you can go during like Wednesday, Thursday, nights.
Yeah.
But you're right that, every Halloween Horror Nights, I think I said this on an episode last year, every year of Halloween Horror Nights is the first year of Halloween Horror Nights because this exact lineup of houses and scare zones has never been done before. So everyone is still figuring everything out.
Yes,
true.
So there are definitely growing pains every year at the beginning of the season. So I would say like week 3 and 4 might be like the sweet spot for balancing low levels of crowds and an event that has kind of hit its groove operationally and like performance wise.
True. However,
And again, that Rush of Fear ticket is really
yeah.
awesome priced. So
It
that's
is.
like a hard thing to turn down for a lot of people.
One of the pros, though, to the beginning of the event is it's so gosh darn hot because it's August, September. So
That's a pro?
Oh, no, a con. Did I
that's
say
a
pro?
con.
Oh.
You said pro.
Dang it. Sorry.
Yeah,
know what
no,
you
that's
meant.
for sure a con.
Just by the tone of my voice, I would have hoped that it come across that it was a con. Yeah, no, terrible. It's so hot in the beginning of the event. You like, if you're not sweating your butt off, like I'm jealous of you because it's so hot in September. Hot and humid and muggy and rainy and
Yeah. I mean,
And
when is it
hurricane.
not?
My goodness, how many hurricanes now have we stood through on opening day? Well,
it's a tradition at this point.
3 hurricanes.
Yeah. I think
Nicole,
every year
when do you
except for
tend
what,
to go?
last year?
Yeah.
So we usually do a Rush of Fear ticket, but last year we went the last weekend, so like November 1st or 2nd, whatever that was, and it was amazing. The weather was perfect. Everything was marked down because it was the end of the season.
Yeah.
So it was like my new favorite. We do
Okay.
Rush of Fear mostly because of the price, but that last weekend was amazing.
Yeah.
Was it? Crowds were low and everything?
Yeah.
Crowds were low. Everything was on sale. It wasn't 1,000,000 degrees.
Was there a lot of merchandise that was sold out by that point or no?
Not really. I mean, I guess some, but nothing that I was focused on really. I mean, they had a bunch of inventory still for being that late.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do you guys? I've never done the end of the season. I've never done probably past like October 16th ish.
Whoa.
So
That's crazy.
What do you guys think of like the end of October?
It definitely is busier. And another thing that happens towards the end of the run is people might be dropping out. There might be spots in certain houses that are just not there anymore because they don't have people to fill them, or the people who are there are not the right height or size of who's supposed to be there. So it is a big risk towards the end of the event season that like, ooh, now it's not that you're seeing things that are a work in progress. You're seeing, it's kind of starting to sputter out towards the end because it's an event that is not for everyone. Not every type of person has the stamina to survive the entire HHN, especially with as many nights as there are now. So that's another risk. But the excitement and the energy around those final weekends are, it is very exciting just because everyone is there loving it, having a great time, trying to see everything. Just good energy, kind of like opening weekend energy, but everyone just trying to hit their favorites again.
I would have never thought about the staffing issue.
Fair.
Oh, it's a big thing.
Yeah. Lindsay's sister has come down now for 2 different years. And the first year she came down, she came in the middle of the event and it was way too busy. We didn't enjoy it. But then last year she came down on the very last night, which like for us, we hadn't really planned on staying late anyways because we had to work the next day. But it was so nice. And she had such a better experience this second year. Simply because that very last night of the event, the crowds were low, the weather was great. All the merch that she wanted was on sale, just like Nicole said. So like you could really kind of buy a little bit more if you wanted to, because those discounts get so good at the end. And it was awesome. So I think like end of the event has a lot of pros and cons. Beginning of the event has a lot of pros and cons. And then the middle of the event is a good sweet spot for kind of both sides of the coin.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Does hurricane season kind of last throughout the entire event, or does it die off come October?
I think November.
Well, it can't die out because I came
Yeah.
into town like the beginning of October during the last hurricane.
Hurricane season, I think,
Okay.
runs September to November.
No, it goes like June to September.
Oh, yeah, true. Hang
Oh,
on. I'm
geez.
Googling it. June 1st to November 30th.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I
like
feel
half
like
the
that's
year.
getting bigger. Yay for global warming.
Yay! Huzzah.
So now this might not be a question that Maddy and Kenneth can answer. Maybe Nicole has a little bit more insight. But like people always ask, like, what is a good length of trip if you're going to do Halloween Horror Nights? And for me, it can be done one of two ways. And they're both very different, but they both come out being about the same cost no matter the way you turn it. My thought is if you're going to go and do a short trip, and by short, I mean like stay 3 or 4 nights. Like that, to me, that's short. If you're going to go and do a short trip and do like just one day at Halloween Horror Nights or one night at Halloween Horror Nights, then you got to have Express. Like, I mean, short with 1 day HHN and Express. Or if you want to do a longer trip, I would count like 5+ nights. Then you could it would be cost effective to do like one of those multi-day tickets or multi-event tickets. And then you can actually even bypass the Express if you want, because you get to go multiple nights.
Yep, I agree with that. There's no way. I shouldn't say there's no way, because people do it every year, but it's very difficult to finish all 10 houses, all your scare zones, and try all the food that you want to try in a single night.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely ways to do it one day without Express, but I think if you want to enjoy yourself and like relax just a little bit and not speed run Halloween Horror Nights on a super hot, humid night, Express would be the way to go. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like even during Premium Scream, where we had no crowds at all, 5-minute like walk on for every single house, free food and everything, I still didn't get to do I did all the houses obviously in all the scare zones, but I still didn't try every snack I wanted to try, and I, still didn't like do a whole lot of relaxing.
See the show?
Did I see the show during Premium? No, I didn't see the show during Premium Scream.
Was it going?
Nope. Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
I just opted for houses instead.
That's fair.
I would have done the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's flexible. There's a way to work it no matter what your time constraints are. But
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But budget wise, for me, I prefer the longer trip with multi-nights, because then, like you said, you can just kind of go more at a more leisurely pace, and you don't feel any FOMO, like, oh my God, I didn't get to it all tonight. Well, no, because I'm going back tomorrow. It's fine. So yeah.
Yeah. I also think, and as someone who for many years would only go once or twice during the entire season, you need to see the houses multiple times. So even just for that, a multi-night ticket is a longer trip with multi-night, I think, is a better way to go, just so that you can get multiple walks of those houses. Yeah. You never know if you're going to see every scare or every effect or whatever on your first walkthrough. So usually I try not to give a good review of a house until I've done it at least 3 times.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can agree to that. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Now that we've talked about the length of your stay and kind of what part of the HHN season, you should come. Let's next talk about where you should actually stay on property. So Universal now has 11 amazing resort-style hotels to choose from with options for literally any budget. But which one is the best for your HHN vacation should really depend on the following several factors. Budget,
Yep.
travel party,
Budget.
and proximity. Let's first start
Yep.
with budget.
So, in my experience, like the best, and this isn't my favorite resort on property by any stretch, but it's my favorite HHN property, and that's Hard Rock.
Well, but of course.
That's the splurge, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the top end of the spectrum, but it's so close to studios. Like
Yeah.
it's literally not even a 5-minute walk. And at 2:00 in the morning, although your feet are dying and probably walking is the last thing you want to think about, it's faster and less walking for you just to walk back to your hotel at Hard Rock than it is to walk over to the water taxis. So
That's true.
Yeah,
and
you'd probably
wait in
be
all
in
those-
your
and
room
wait
in
in the
your
long
bed before
lines.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's nice.
Um,
I did it one time. It wasn't for opening weekend, but it was for team member preview back to when I worked for Universal. My friend and I booked a room at the Hard Rock, and it was the best thing. It was such a fantastic experience. And it wasn't because of the hotel
Isn't
itself.
it?
It was because of the proximity. It was so nice. Like, it was the easiest HHN day I've ever had.
Yep,
I gotta
it's
give this a
crazy.
try.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's amazing. I mean, because it's got its own security, so you don't have to go through all the security madness at the hub at City Walk. So it's got its own little security right when you get almost to the gates of studios. And then like once you cross through that, you're literally right there at the side of studios. And I don't know if they've done this because I haven't stayed at Hard Rock in a couple of years now, but they used to have its own entrance that goes into the event on that side of the turnstiles as opposed to having to go all the way around. I don't know if they still do that or not, but regardless,
yeah, I know
like,
what you mean. I'm not sure either.
yeah,
I don't know.
even if you go into the front gates, it's so fast. It's so nice.
Yeah, it really is.
But what about for you guys? Like Nicole, where do you guys usually stay? Are you a midway, like Sapphire girl? Or are you a budget girl? Cause I'm only going to, be in the hotel to sleep, or, what's your go-to?
So it depends on who's with us. So if it's me, it's like a girls trip, or it's a Travis only trip, we'll do Sapphire. But if the kids are with us, I like Cabana Bay just because of the pools and the food court. But if it's adults only, we tend to gravitate towards Sapphire or Aventura.
Okay. Those are good
I love
midway
them
choices
both.
because you're still on the water taxi route,
Yes.
one of the most miserable things in the world is the walk back all the way to the buses
It's horrible.
Oh,
True.
Yeah.
I'm not
of a
doing
night of
that.
HHN.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
no.
rough.
And I mean, I don't even mind the shuttle so much, but like for horror nights, I went the quickest way to my bed at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Which Maddy and Kenneth,
It's-
like you don't hardly ever open and close the event on a night, on a single night, do you?
Yeah, I do it probably like 5 or 6 times a run, a season.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say I used to do it a lot more. Like 2018, every single day was a scream early to park close. But now that
my
I'm
God.
older, it gets a lot harder. So I feel like last year I only did it once or twice.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
I think most
That's-
of the like aging my body has endured, like has been a result of those long HHN
Oh,
nights. But
yeah.
I still do them. But it just depends on who's with me is really what it is. Like if I'm with people who don't get to go often, or it's their first time or whatever, then yeah, I'm going to do open to close. But if I'm kind of just like, I'm going to pop in, see a few of my favorite things and dip out like a solo night, or like I'll just see who I find kind of thing, then yeah, I'm not staying till the end. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So it's funny, both of you now have brought up who you're with.
Oh.
And to me, that's one of the factors to consider when you pick your hotel. Like Nicole said, if she's got the family with her, then Cabana is a nice option. It's budget. It's got the family suites. The only downside is that then,
Yeah.
but then you're on the bus route as opposed to
Just
water
everything
taxi.
right
So
there.
there's that.
Yep.
And then I don't know how everybody.
Do all of the hotels now have some version of a family suite, or is it just the newer ones?
No, none of the new ones have them.
Oh,
No, the
kid suites?
Helios has the family
the big
suite.
one.
Helios has the How
I
to
thought
Train Your
you-
Dragon. Yeah.
I thought you meant like the family suites at like Endless Summer, those kinds of family suites.
Oh, no, I was thinking like the themed kids' rooms.
Oh,
They
gotcha.
don't.
Yes.
And like
Helios does.
even in the hotel, like the OG hotels versus like the new ones, the kid suite versus like a 2-bedroom, like the Endless Summer suites are so much cheaper than any of the kid suites because they're all themed, and of course,
Yeah, that makes
they can charge
sense.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you've got small children, and this is one of my talking points is that if you have smaller kids, then those kid suites really do come in handy because like if you bring grandma or somebody to babysit while you and the hubby or you and the spouse or you and the whoever go into the event, well then it's nice to kind of be able to close the kids off in their bedroom and not wake them up at 2 a.m. when you come in.
Yes.
But if you have a family with older kids, teenagers, for me, those suites wouldn't work because in those kids' suites that you're talking about, Maddy, the ones that they have at Helios, the Minion Suite at Portofino, the Jurassic World ones at Royal, and then what's the other one, Nicole?
Minions at Portofino.
Hard Rock
Did I
has
say
the
that?
Future Rockstar suites.
Yes.
Oh,
Actually,
think
yeah,
that's all of them.
those all like those kids' suites. The room that has the kids' beds, that door opens into the parents' bedroom. So like
what?
they can't
Oh.
in order for them
They're
to
both like, ew.
like yeah. So those really are for kids because you don't want those kids while they're sleeping to like sneak out and go start playing in the bathroom toilet by themselves or whatever. So like family suites are the better ones when you have older children because then you've got multiple bathrooms. You guys can have like your own separate spaces.
Yeah.
And like most of the hotels do have some type of multi-bedroom suite. So those are really good if you have, like for me, Chris is at the age now where if she has a friend with her, I'm okay sending her back to the hotel if she gets tired. So I like for us to be like on the water taxi route, and I like for them to be able to go back and have their own space, and I don't wake them up in the morning or
that's
it's mid
fair.
morning when I come back home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of like lots of little things to consider, but that being said, there's literally something for everyone. Like the Endless Summer Suites, and now if you add in Stella Luna and Terra Nova, all those hotels are just as cheap as like the other hotels on iDrive.
That's fair.
Have you seen that as well, Nicole?
Yes. Yeah. And people don't believe it, but it's true. Like you can find something on property for very close to what you get off property right now.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I mean, and especially if you're staying for horror nights, those Epic Campus hotels are the proximity is only if that's not important to you. I want to stay on site, but really far away.
So now we're going to talk about some things to avoid when you are choosing your lodging, specifically for horror nights. While I do think there are some great off-site options for lodging, you tend to run into issues with, even if the hotel offers free shuttle or scheduled shuttle transportation, with horror nights, they're never going to run as late as the event late. So that is definitely one perk to staying at a Universal hotel property.
Yeah, for sure.
And also with Disney, they also have great offerings, probably 3 or 4 times more hotels than Universal. But again, they're really far away, and you would still have to pay for parking when you come to the event. So
Yeah.
that can be an issue too.
Yeah.
Where do you guys like to stay when you do Horror Nights? I know you're locals, but do you ever stay over?
Yeah, I have once or twice. It was pretty fun. I think the one time we stayed at Cabana, and then a different time I stayed at Aventura. So
Okay.
not too terrible. Aventura was
Yeah.
nice. I just had a weirdly shaped room. So for me and the other
Yes.
person I was staying
So
with,
weird.
Yes.
yeah, like we were 2 full-grown adults, but it was so small. Like we could barely move around. It was very weird. But I personally love Cabana Bay, so I would stay at Cabana Bay any day for any reason.
It's just so cool. The theming there is
It is.
amazing.
Yeah.
The vibe is so cool.
Yeah.
And
I've
then
never stayed
even
on
though the
site for
Epic
HHN.
hotels are kind of going to be far away for this particular event, for the Horror Nights event that's at Universal Studios, they still might be better than some of the offsite hotels. And actually, if you book with a travel agent, you can stay offsite and still be considered a package, so you get that early park admission and some of the other perks that are included.
Dang.
Yeah, that is true. If you absolutely insist, or like if there's just not availability at the on-site hotels, there are some off-site hotel options that we can still put together as packages. But I've done all of those different instances that you just talked about, Nicole. I've stayed off-site. I've stayed at a Disney hotel. Haven't stayed at Epic yet, but
Yes.
staying off-site
Soon.
yet very soon. It was I was not comfortable at all riding in an Uber at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. It didn't feel safe. So I wasn't a big fan of that. And then at Disney, we actually had a car, so we drove. Oh my God. I know Maddy, Kenneth, you guys do this all the time, but we're not used to staying up until, 2:00 in the morning for a night of HHN. And we literally thought we were going to die from falling asleep trying to drive back to our Disney hotel. But because by the time you get back to your car and get out of the lot, it was 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then that's easily a 20-minute drive, if not more, depending on which hotel you're at. So it was not a wise choice.
Yeah, Orlando's tough because it's like you kind of have to take I-4 for Universal to Disney. The only other way is to take back roads, and that's going to take you potentially double the amount of time. But like driving to HHN for Stay and Scream, you're going to hit Orlando traffic. Coming out of HHN at close, you're going to hit Universal theme park traffic. Like it's just, it happens all the time. Like it always
It's
takes
unavoidable.
Lindsay and I a bit of time because we live closer to Disney to like trek home every night. But there's just so many benefits to staying on property at Universal besides transportation and proximity. Like you have guaranteed breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the hotel. Obviously, like you do have to pay for it. It's not complimentary, but I'm sure it's going to be gosh darn better than the breakfast buffet at one of your offsite hotels. Plus, you get the guarantee of universal customer service. So I think for HHN, spending just a little bit of extra money to stay on property, or if you are staying at one of the lower budget hotels like Stella Nova or Cabana Bay, like it's still going to be better than anything else. Airbnb off property, offsite hotel off property, staying at Disney. Too many perks. Too many perks to pass up.
Too many perks. And again, just if you're going to stay until close 2 a.m., it's rough. It's rough if you're not just able to hop on a water taxi or a bus and be magically transported right back to your hotel and in your bed.
Yeah.
So where do you think you might stay now, Maddy, since you talked earlier about needing to book your hotel?
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I've stayed at all of the hotels on property besides the 3 new Epic hotels and either Endless Summer or Dockside. I can't remember which one, Surfside or Dockside. I've stayed at one of them and I haven't stayed at the
Surfside or
other.
Dockside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think like I've stayed at one of the surf sides, so I don't really need to stay at the other. They're kind of the same thing. So I'm feeling like
They're actually very different.
What? Really?
They are
I was
very
just gonna say that. Yeah,
drastically different.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-oh. Well,
Dockside is huge compared to Surfside. And I mean, if you like that, if you like more amenities, they have 2 pools. They have
what?
the bigger, they've got the
Beach
bigger
sand
food court,
area.
bigger like everything. If you like that, that needs to be your go-to. If you like something that's a little less chaotic, a little more intimate and less like hustle bustle busy, then Surfside's your bet. I actually love Surfside now. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like it.
It was so chill.
When we visited you.
That's the one we were all hanging out at, right?
Yeah. It was just so chill. And Dockside is not chill at all. Dockside
so
at like
big.
any time of the day. Yeah, at any time of the day, the lobby, like all of the different lobby areas are just bustling.
Yikes.
So
don't like that.
That explains. They're always trying to tempt you to come to the dockside, but you have to resist.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was brilliant.
You must stay to the surf side.
Goodness.
Oh,
Happy
God,
May.
We got to put that in the post. That was good.
That was so funny.
That was great.
I don't know. I think like if I was going to stay closer and be water taxi like transportation, I would do Sapphire because that's one of my favorites on the water taxi route. But I think if I was going to do a hotel that I hadn't been to before, I would do either Stella Nova or Terra Luna and just kind of like eat the bus ride. Like it would be whatever. But I really want to stay at them. They look so cute.
I think you should bite the bullet. You Stella or Tara.
Yeah,
I think you should.
I think so too. We'll see though. We'll see.
Cool. All right. Well, let's talk about something that I have a crazy hard time convincing my clients to do, and that is not spend a full day in the parks on an HHN night.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
rookie mistake.
Oh my God. I cannot convince them. It's like telling a kid not to touch a hot stove. Like they have to do it once to learn. So the clients always have to do it once. And then they're like, okay, now I understand what you're talking about. But funny enough, so I don't want this to be a podcast that's all about trying to sell Portkey. I don't care who you use. Support small businesses. Support your travel agent if you can. That's wonderful. But I know that myself and my agency for sure, we're not the type of agents or agency to push things on our clients that we don't think is a good fit for them or that is right for whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. So that being said, this is one of those times where I actually downsell. Shh, Universal, don't get mad at me. But I downsell daytime tickets during HHN Vacations. I don't know about you, Nicole, but if I want people to go and enjoy HHN, I can't, in good conscience, have them put these tickets that where they're going to feel like they have the need to go to the parks 7 days straight, and then also they want to do HHN every single night. They're gonna die, So, Nicole, what do you think about that concept?
Yeah, that's just not going to be a good time any way you stack it. And I do the same thing. So if my clients want daytime park time plus horror nights, you've got to have a rest day in between. So at least few nights stay. So you do horror nights one night and then do your parks a different day. But can you imagine rope dropping and then trying to close down horror nights? That'd just be everybody's fussy.
God. I've done it.
Yeah. It's just not.
And it's the worst. It's the worst way you can spend a day.
Yeah.
And how were your feet at the end of that night, Kenneth?
I have new ones. I had to replace them.
Yes, exactly.
You had to buy new feet. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my
this
God.
This was 2011 or 2012. So I've had these feet now for 13 years.
Oh, congratulations.
That's great. Oh, that's awesome. It's
And
so
these are
true,
almost worn
though.
down now.
Yes, it's so true. So like for me, I have a couple of different scenarios on how I do my own personal trips or how I encourage others to do it. So like for me, I either do like I come in on a Friday or Saturday and I do HHN over the weekend and then like kind of rest afterwards. And then if I'm going to do my daytime park stuff, I'll start that on Monday and Tuesday because then you don't have HHN those nights and you've rested up a little bit and then you can kind of just take the daytime parks at your leisure. And then the other option is like, yeah. And you know, this kind of, or you can kind of do it the opposite way where you come in Monday, you do the daytime parks while HHN isn't happening, kind of take a down day and then hit HHN over the weekend. But this is kind of one of those situations where those promo tickets that Universal puts out quite often where you like buy 2 days, get 3 days free or whatever. That's a really good deal because you buy the 2 days daytime and then you get those extra 3 days for free. You don't feel bad if you don't use them, right? Because you didn't technically pay for them.
Right.
So on those kind of situations, if you want to just pop into the park on an HHN night, I would recommend doing it early, maybe just staying 2 or 3 hours, hitting your favorite couple of rides, and then going back to the hotel and chilling by the pool or taking a nap in the AC well before HHN.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I do.
definitely.
It's just a lot. It's a really long day, you know, whether or not
It's
you're
hot.
going September or October. Yeah, it can be hot and humid all throughout that season. Like I'm not saying that, you know, September is so hot and humid, but October is beautiful. It's like you're in New England. No, like October is still going to be really humid, just a little less hot, but not by much.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah.
still going to rain at some point, you know.
It's more tolerable though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't. And people want to do it every day. They do. Well, could we do the parks all day and then something at night? And I feel like people just have more faith in their very small children. I mean, if you think about it, I know Horror Nights isn't a kids event, but just in generally speaking about the parks, like kids don't walk 10 miles a day on a normal day. Just rent the stroller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like stop pushing yourself to the point that you don't have a good time.
Yeah.
I think is
Yeah.
my thing.
Yeah. But even
It's
adults.
easy to. Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy to say that, but I feel like I'm about to go against this exact advice when I go to FanFest because we're going to spend the day at Universal Hollywood, and FanFest is also open until 2 a.m. And I feel like I'm about to go do exactly what we're saying not to do.
Yeah, you pretty much are. But this is one of those situations where it's kind of unavoidable for you, Kenneth. Like,
Yeah.
this is a do or die night for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean,
like
we
the
don't.
opportunity of a lifetime that changes the game. That's not even.
And
the
it would
same.
be different if I had never been to Hollywood, but I've already been there, and I know the like 4 things that we don't have here that I'm like, well, we got to see those things, and then we'll just do FanFest stuff afterwards.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You'll just need to do a lot of like resting in the parks, you know, sitting down with some snacks and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
If it was your first visit to Universal Studios Florida, but also your first time going to HHN, I would not do like a weekend trip. I would spread it out. You know, if you've
I would
been
live here for 35 years.
Exactly. But like spread out your time.
Hollywood and Florida locations are drastically different.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Drastically.
Yeah, Hollywood is one park and it's tiny.
Exactly. Nobody ever comes to Universal Orlando and they're like, I'm just going to go into Universal Studios only. Like, nobody does that.
No, we are a week-long destination now. Don't you know?
Exactly. No, like honestly though.
4 theme parks.
That's right.
Bada bing. Yep. And a seasonal event.
Goodness.
That's right. Well, those are some of the things that we can currently start planning. Get your hotel and daytime ticket packages booked. Those hotel prices do increase regularly.
Yes.
And then for annual pass holders, You can go ahead and get your rooms booked with the pass holder rate before they disappear. But what about when HHN products are released? Nicole, how does that work? Tell us about all this stuff.
All right. So actually very super simple. If you've booked with Portkey and you have your package with us, we can make adjustments to your package right up until just before you travel. Just the things to keep in mind. It's usually easier to remove things than to add them. So if you're on the fence about adding Express Pass for either Horror Nights or your daytime ticket, you can add those now and you can take them off when it gets closer to time if you just feel like you can't make that commitment to do the Express. And then if you want to add them back before you go, we can help you with that too. You want to try to be secure.
But the availability does go away on a lot of those products pretty quickly, which is why it's always better to like add it before the price either goes up or before it goes away completely. Like the VIP packages, for instance, are not packages, but VIP tours. Yep. Those disappear super fast. And then also as they start selling, the prices go up. So adding things earlier is always better.
Hmm.
Yes, and if you work with us, there's really no penalty up until a short window of time to make those adjustments. And like Michelle mentioned, if you wait to add them later, they might not be available. So that's another good thing to keep in mind, especially since you can remove them without any issue at any point between the time you book and the time you travel.
Yep.
So also with Universal specifically, you want to be secure with your trip dates because if you need to change your travel dates, it's considered a cancel and rebook. They can't just edit the dates on your current reservation in essence. So what that means is there may not be availability or with your hotel or promotions that you had when you first booked. So try to make sure those trip dates are like locked in before you start making plans for your travel.
Did not know that.
And always keep in mind that prices on all products should always match what you see on the consumer side. Like if you're on the Universal site, it should actually match what we have. If you see something that's different, contact your travel agent right away so that we can help you work through that. That includes taxes and everything included. And so for many agents, this is how we feed our own vacations, but more importantly, also our own families. So your support is always appreciated, especially when it doesn't cost anything extra to you as our client.
Yep. And that's not just for Portkey. That's for any
mind when you're booking.
Yeah, that's for any travel agent. It should match for sure. But yeah, so Maddy, I know you were surprised about the date change thing. So it's so weird and it's so hard to explain, but like most hotels, not just Universal, but most hotels sell their rooms in blocks. So let's say that you've booked your room, Maddy, at Cabana Bay for September 1st through the 5th. Okay, great. Now I want to add on the 6th. Well, you can see that the room by itself on the 6th is available, but all of a sudden when I try to add it onto your package, like as a block, it's not available.
Oh.
And it's really annoying. It's very annoying. But that's because they may not have a block of that room available for the 1st through the 6th.
Right.
But they've got one room available for the 6th. It's just weird. So that's always the caveat to booking things early is, it's really kind of best if you know your dates before you start.
Yeah.
And
that's nice too. Right. That's nice too. I bet when, people do book specific dates for a package. So then when HHN tickets get released, it's a very easy, just like, oh, we already have these dates for the hotel. So we just need these ticket dates. Like it's already set in stone. You know what weekend you're going or like however many days you're going. Because they do drop at a different time. I feel like it's better to buy your hotel a little bit further out, especially even before the tickets are available. Cause then everybody for sure knows what days they're going. So they're going to buy out those specific weekends.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the hotel rates do fluctuate a lot. Like I just had a client that had a room on hold and missed the deposit deadline by 2 days. And when I went back in to book it when they were ready, the price had gone up by $60.
Oh, no.
Just that fast. So, yeah. Yep. So booking early is always a great idea if you can. And then the other big perk is that with a package, you pay a $50 per person deposit, with the rest isn't due until 45 days before you check in. And then when you go in and you want to add all of those Halloween Horror Nights products, you just add them to your package. You don't have to pay for them at that moment. Whereas if you're purchasing them through the website, like on your own, you're going to pay for those tickets in full up front. So,
right. That's crazy.
It is
so much
And that's
information.
very different than if you do it yourself. Just kind of throwing that out there. So, because I didn't even know that was a thing until I started working with Portkey, is that you can secure your vacation package for a $50 deposit per person, and then make payments as you go up until the 45 days, or just pay for it at that 45-day mark.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's interesting is annual pass holder rates are already available all the way into 2026.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I saw that, and I thought it was like a fluke.
Nope. That for some reason they have those annual
really
pass holder
cool.
rates out super early right now. Yeah. So get on it, Maddy.
We're getting on it.
Hurry up.
Dang it. This episode convinced me. I have to book my hotel.
I know, now she's like stressed. Oh no.
Dang it.
They're going to sell out.
We're getting closer by
in
the
May.
minute.
She's muting herself. Lindsay, go book our room right now.
Clicky clacking right now on the internet.
Add everything to the package. Express. Every type of pass.
Screw our wedding in October.
Not at all.
Yeah.
We're booking this now.
Yeah.
That's
We can
great.
just remove it all. We'll add it so we can remove
Yeah.
it.
That's so funny.
Lord.
Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee.
All right, Maddy. What's up next?
All right, we just have one more topic to talk about before we send you on your way to go start planning your very own HHN trip. And that is what's to pack. What are some of the things that we absolutely cannot live without on an HHN night? Oh boy. I love this topic. We talked about it with Kelly when she was on, talking about, like, as a first timer scaredy cat, like, what are some awesome things to have in your bag?
Yeah.
And I love hearing what other people bring to HHN. As a bag girly, a stuff girly, I am the mom friend. I like knowing what other people are bringing to help take care of themselves so they can enjoy the night. It's just, it's so,
And Maddy,
it's
you're
so
right.
fun.
That episode with Kelly made me go out and purchase Loop earplugs.
Oh, yes. Welcome to the club.
Sponsor us, Loop.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
the best earplugs ever. They're so comfortable. They actually work. They're kind of cute. They come in fun colors. They come with a cute little carrying case. It's so nice.
I actually bought the little like $5 lanyard thing that you can get. That magnetically straps like around your neck like a necklace for your earplugs. I don't need them because I get overwhelmed or anything, but if I really want to go through the house and like look around and really appreciate the artistry of it without the scares, for me the earplugs make that happen for me, because the sounds I think are what get me the most. I'll pop in those earplugs when I want to just really pay attention to the stuff around me.
Yes. All right. Let's each name like 5 things that are a must-have while we go to HHN.
Ooh. Okay.
I think I know mine.
Oh, man. I don't think I
hit
even
it,
have
Maddy.
that many.
You don't have to have 5, Kenneth.
Okay.
But whatever your necessities are to make your night enjoyable. Okay.
Or things that because wait, Kenneth, you hit HHN so often that you don't need to carry a lot of stuff. But if you were telling a friend who was coming for the first time and they're going to be staying all night, think of 5 things you would tell them to carry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit it, Maddy.
My first one is going to be a water bottle, because all of the freestyle machines give water for free. And if there's ice in the machine, you can also put ice in your water bottle. And then all of the like food stands will also fill up your water bottle for free as well. So you can just drink free water all throughout the night. You never need to buy an actual theme park water bottle. So I always bring a water bottle with me. It does have to be empty if you're going through City Walk security, and then you can fill it up with water once you get into City Walk or the park itself. I think my second is going to be my loop earplugs. They have just made going through houses so much more enjoyable for me. It's not so much for like the fear factor. It's more so I want to protect my hearing so that I'm not deaf by 50, which is kind of where I'm at right now. I want to protect my hearing and enjoy going through the house. So I always have my earplugs. I feel like my phone is a given, like phone, car keys, wallet. Like those are things that everyone's going to have no matter what. So those aren't part of my 5. I also always have hand sanitizer with me. There's a lot of touching.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah. So much touching, whether it's like, touching the fabric in between each scene of each room. Like everyone is touching that. Everyone's sweaty and gross. But also like if you're not near a bathroom after you eat food, you can hand sanitizer real fast. A charger for my phone. That's a big one. You need to use your phone for, if you have Express Pass, that's going to be on your phone. Looking at wait times for things, that's on the app. Taking pictures, mobile ordering food, calling your Uber at the end of the night. Like everything is going to be on your phone. So make sure you have a charger because it'll most likely die if you're anything like us by the end of the night. And then I think my 5th one is a really good pair of walking shoes. I always want to make sure that I am protecting my body. And I have done horror nights in Converse, in Vans, in Doc Martens, crappy boots from Amazon that I bought one time that I'll never wear again, and then sneakers. And I have always found my sneaker nights are the most comfortable. So if you want to enjoy yourself, have a good pair of walking shoes. Those are my 5.
That was good. Maddie,
Solid 5.
Nicole, what you got?
All right. This is timely because I just did a What's in My Loungefly post
Yes.
for travel. So always have a hair tie or a clip of some sort. Always have a water bottle for the very reasons Maddy mentioned. You don't have to spend $5-6 a pop on bottled water. I always have to have a chapstick. I particularly prefer Blistex Lip Medic. It's in like a little blue jar. It's better than any Carmex or anything else on the market. And I'm big on hand sanitizer and sanitizer wipes, so I'll have both of those in my bag too.
Nice.
I think that's 5.
I know Maddie's always like every time we come out of a house, she's already got like one step out of the line, and she's like, hand sanitizer. Do you want some? I'm like,
Yes, I get that.
People
but then
are
also there's
gross.
certain ones like that are sticky, so that's when the wipes have to come in.
Yeah, that's true.
As reinforcements, but it's fine.
Reinforcements.
This
Better than me
hilarious.
and Jeremy.
That's true.
All right, Kenneth, you want to go or you want me to go?
Oh, sure. I'll go. Okay. So I'll amend the water bottle, but for me, it's a Blinky cup. So that first night, I'll get whatever this year's Blinky cup is, and I'll always bring that with me in one of those like freestyle cup slings. So I've got my cup hanging around my shoulder, and I will usually just fill that up with water. But if I do want to get a beer or something from a bar, now I've got my Blinky cup that I can get. Like, I don't think they discount beer anymore. They just it's more beer if it's in the Blinky cup versus the disposable cup. So that will help my night. So I recommend that. Ibuprofen is not something that I bring, but I definitely would recommend it to someone who is coming to HHN. For those, that's a lot of walking and a lot of standing, so it might help you out. I would say definitely comfortable shoes. Maybe you won't need that ibuprofen after all.
True.
Oh, a change of socks in case it rains. Or honestly, like I wore water shoes to HHN a couple times because it was raining so much. And of course, those were the nights when it didn't rain. But just be prepared for your feet to get wet. especially if you're going towards like those first few weeks. Come prepared for that. And something that I've never brought with me, but when people I'm with have it, I appreciate it so much, is like a fan. One of those like fold out fans.
True.
You know, if you or someone in your group has one, you will be glad that you do.
Yeah.
These are 5 things. That's an improv game. Sorry.
Going last is always the hardest on these kinds of things.
I mean, hey, I took shoes also from Maddy, so.
All right. Well, let's see what I can come up with. Well, the things that I agree with for sure, the water bottle. So I always have that and one of the water bottle holders that you can either wear like around your shoulders, has a strap, or you can. I like to clip it to my second thing that I always like to have, which is a fanny pack. I have park backpacks, but for HHN, I kind of prefer to have the fanny pack option because I don't know, I just get hot with the backpack on my back all night, and the fanny pack just seems better. So with that little like water bottle holder, I can just clip it to my fanny pack strap. So I have that. I totally agree on the socks thing. I think that started after our big torrential downpour that the 4 of us, including Audrey, experienced on that one opening night.
Yeah.
So I always have an extra pair of socks with me, unless I'm wearing something like Crocs or my UFOs, which are waterproof.
Nice.
Speaking of water and rain, I always have a disposable poncho with me. They're like $1. You buy them from a dollar store, and they're folded up super small, so they can just fit in my fanny pack. And then if it starts raining, I'm good to go. And then Kenneth, you mentioned my other 2 things, which is headache meds. I think I have to take ibuprofen just about every single night I go to Halloween Horror Nights, just because it's hot, it's loud. And, you know, I'm staying up past my bedtime and probably not eating as well as much as I should. And even though I'm drinking like a dang horse, I still feel dehydrated. So headaches happen inevitably for me.
Fair.
And then Kenneth, I think I am the friend that always has that fan. So
Yes, you are.
So I either have one of like the pop open fans that you fan yourself with, or depending on the weather, like when I go opening weekend, I usually have my electric fans that can like go around my neck. So that's kind of a step up in my HHN game. But yeah,
those are so nifty. The like lanyard fans, you don't even have to hold them. It's so nice.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and one thing, this is my like secret weapon at theme parks, and I swear to God, every single time I have this with me, I'm not the only person that needs it. And that's the KT tape, like blister tape. So anytime you start feeling like you're getting a hot spot on your foot, before it gets bad, I'm like, let's put a piece of this tape on. So we sit down somewhere, we stick a piece of this tape on, and like blisters don't happen ever. And it's so nice. Yep.
Nice.
So that's my must-have stuff for HHN, a night at HHN.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah,
We did it.
So Maddy, all ready for HHN now?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm so excited. We just need tickets to go on
Just needs
sale.
a hotel room.
Yeah, I just need everything.
Yes.
I need a hotel room. I need to purchase some tickets. Maybe look at express passes for a single night. Yeah, we'll see what happens. An announcement
so
to happen.
excited.
Yeah.
An announcement, maybe. So I feel like I'm always.
It doesn't really
wrong.
matter.
Yeah.
Yes. Like it doesn't really matter, to be honest. They could announce the world's worst houses and I would still go. But I feel like I always think that it's past time for announcements, and I'm always wrong. Kenneth always is like, well,
you're
no,
right this
actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they've usually announced a good bit by this time, right?
Yeah, they're just holding out for the epic.
I think April.
Hold on.
April, May.
Hold on.
I have to go
Here
find
comes Kenneth.
the tracker.
He's going to find the spreadsheet.
The historian.
Yeah. No, honestly though. I feel like we always say in March. I feel like our March episode is usually when we're like, oh man, I feel like they should have announced something already. And then we always find out that it's usually late April and then definitely May.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like a tradition
Yeah,
at
like
this
we're already
point.
into May.
Okay, who wants to
May.
guess when was the first announcement last year?
April 6th.
Well,
Ooh.
not like the one where they announce it right after the end of the events.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
Not
remember.
that one. Okay. I'm going to say...
Or how about this? Let's go with the date that this episode drops. By May 13th last year,
Okay.
how many houses had been announced?
One.
Any other
I
guesses?
remember what houses we had last year. I'm going to say... I'm going to say 4.
Oh.
Nicole? Guess?
Oh, I'm going with 2.
Okay. So on May 13th of 2024, there had been 0 houses announced.
Shut up. Are you serious? Oh my God.
But
Every
tickets
single
dropped in
year.
April, I think.
God,
The
we
first
suck.
announcement was May 17th.
Oh.
Ah,
And then there was May
Really?
20th, May 21st, May 22nd, May 23rd, May 24th.
Oh my God.
okay.
They did
See, I'm wrong
all the originals.
every time.
What about the year before?
Time, but it's not, I guess.
The year before that, they announced the first house on Halloween of the year before.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Halloween 2022, they announced Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. The next announcement came on June 15th.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, wow, okay.
Holy. That was the year where they literally dropped everything all at once, like tickets and everything, wasn't it? Pretty fast.
July 28th was the big drop, which was
The big drop.
Exorcist Believer, Universal Monsters Unmasked, Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins,
Oh,
Dueling Dragons,
yeah.
Choose Thy
Right.
Fate, Yeti Campground Kills, The Darkest Steel, Blood Moon Dark Offerings, and The Scare Zones and the show all announced on the same day of July 28th.
Jeez Louise.
So that being said, since you just said that literally those announcements came like right during the week that Epic is opening this year, do you think
Yeah.
they're going to wait
Yeah.
until June?
Yes.
Or do you think they're going to like
Yes.
surprise us?
I think they'll wait.
I think they'll wait till June.
I think they need to wait because all eyes need to be on Epic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like there's been such mixed press with the previews, like the previews to the public, not so much to the team members, that like all eyes need to be on them so that they are able to bring in the revenue.
You know the best thing that they could do to promote both? They should have Igor announce the first house.
Shut up. That would be so
That would be
funny.
cool.
At Dark Universe. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's what I'm
so
saying.
funny.
Videos of Igor and the Invisible Man separately and the Hounds, like just have all the Dark Universe characters do the house announcements.
That is hilarious.
Oh my God. I would die.
If anyone, by the way, wants to find this tracker, this spreadsheet of announcement dates, you can find that at pangolinfl.com/HHN tracker.
Ooh.
Cool.
We'll have that link in our show notes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Kenneth, will you send that to me?
sure.
Thanks. Yay.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I think that will do it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you soon in the fog. If not the fog, then maybe under the burning blade at Dark Universe.
Yeah.
So until next month, for more content, be sure to check out our socials, facebook.com/rushofear and Instagram and X at rushofearpod. And please don't forget to leave us a review on whatever podcast platform you are listening to.
And for more general Universal Orlando Resort news, check out our sister podcasts on the UOP Network, Unofficial Universal Orlando Podcast, and the Theme Park Duo, as well as Taste of Universal Podcast for all of you hungry podcast listeners. And also check out Portkey Passport, which is our Disney podcast for adults. So make sure all little ears are away when you listen to our episodes. But we'd love for you all to give us a listen and a follow wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yay!
Yeah. Nicole, tell us a little bit more about Passport.
So Portkey Passport is a very adult-centric Disney podcast. We talk about all Disney events, mostly East Coast. We do have some news from the West Coast, any updates, ticket offers, and whatnot that might spark your interest if you're a Disney fan.
Nice.
And where are our socials on that, Nicole?
You can
Sorry
find
to throw
us
you under the
on
bus there.
Facebook and Instagram at the Portkey Passport.
Yay!
Perfect. Hey, for some extra fun, you can actually come and hang out with all 4 of us. Yep. Nicole, are you going to be there?
I am. Did Michelle tell you I was stalking this event?
No.
Total psychopath.
I'm finding out right now.
Yeah, well, yay. Congratulations. That's the news. I'm going to be there. And actually, I have to give Mandy credit because she's the one who's found the event first. I'm like, how did I not know this? So we're crashing.
Guys, there
Awesome.
are so many people that I know that are going.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Hey,
Yeah,
listener,
so
if you would like to be another person who is going to HHN Trivia, hosted by our friends at the Fear and Beer podcast, this will be happening on May 21st at Top Golf on Universal Boulevard. It'll start at 7:30 p.m., but show up early, have some food, have some drinks. We did it last time it happened at the end of HHN season, and we've been invited to be part of it again, and it was a lot of fun last time. We got to meet a bunch of listeners and meet a bunch of other podcasters from the HHN community, and it was the best. So come on out and join us there, and we'll all be there.
Yeah.
And we'll be at 100 days then, right? 100 days till HHN?
Oh,
I think it's 100 days.
I don't know.
That sounds about right.
How perfect is that?
I think that's on the little flyer.
And
Oh,
that's
cool.
happening
Okay.
grand opening eve.
We'll confirm.
Yeah.
It is.
That's right.
We're going to keep everyone out really, really late doing HHN
Yes.
trivia, and then we're going to send you all to Rope Drop Epic Universe. You're welcome.
Yes, exactly.
We're going to follow not our advice.
Yeah. Everything we just said not to do, we're actually going to go do. So it's fine.
Exactly.
listen to us at all.
Fine.
That's so funny.
Kenneth, what's going on with Pangolin?
Well, don't forget to listen to Pangolin on wherever you find music online. We just played a show a couple days ago on May 8th at Will's Pub. It was a very special show, and there will be a video of that at some point because there was like a video team recording the whole set. So it's going to be like a very nice, professionally put together video of a very special set. We surprised our former bassist, who unfortunately has to move away and leave the band and leave Orlando, and so we sent him off and surprised him with a surprise event. I kind of don't want to say too much about it, just because I do want people to watch the video and have the same surprise that the audience at the show did. It was so much fun. So that show will have a video out soon, and then you can see us in Sanford, which is just north of Orlando, on June 27th at Tuffy's Music Box. And that show, I don't know if we have anything crazy planned. This show kind of came together pretty last minute. So, I mean, the crazy stuff we did, not the show itself. But we were like, what if we do something crazy? And then we did. So maybe something crazy.
Man.
You never know with Pangolin, you know?
That's quite the teaser, Kenneth. Now I for sure want to go watch this video. Good job.
Yes, everyone must. It was awesome. It was like a very emotional night, very fun, very silly. It was the best. It was like a dream come true, and we did just planned it very whim last minute. We were like, do you think this would work? Do you think we could do this? And then it worked way better than honestly it should have. Like, it was awesome.
That's awesome. Well, we'll be on the lookout. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. The podcast has come to an end. Now get out.
Bye.